And welcome to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, First Interstate Bank Court. This is Bob Ritter along with Bruce Parker as we get set for a non-conference men's basketball game here tonight between Presentation College out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. They'll take on the men here of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. And Bruce, looking for a little more competition out of this presentation team than what we've probably seen out of other games that Rocky has played this year.
You know, really, Bob, this will be Rocky's first test of the year. This is a good presentation team that lost by 15 the other night down in Bozeman in the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse, 83-68. But the Battling Bears come in averaging an ungodly 107 points a game, and you know this will be they're 4-0 coming in. But I know Billy Drykosen was really looking forward to this matchup against a good presentation team out of the North Star Conference.
You know, and you talk about we're 4-0, they're 4-4, Bruce. They've played 4 more games than what we have, so you know, a little bit more court experience thus far in the season. And they're not doing too shabby on the offensive end themselves. They're averaging 96 points a game as well. So both these teams look for maybe a defensive battle tonight, huh?
I'm sure it'll be a shot clock game where they're going to come down and fire it up. I'm really looking forward to watching presentation. They have a young man on their team by the name of Quadre Lawless Jr. And if you remember the name, Quadre Lawless was on Montana State University's last team to go to the NCAA tournament. They got beat by Syracuse down at the Pit in New Mexico. And in that game, Quadre Lawless, although the Bobcats got beat bad by Syracuse, Quadre Lawless was 21 out of 22 from the field. Just recently went in the Montana State University Athletic Hall of Fame. And that means you and I are getting a lot older if his son is playing college basketball right now for Presentation College. So it'll be fun to watch him tonight and see that name, Quadre Lawless. Where's his dad's number 5 for Presentation.
So I can't mess up on his name, right?
No, you got that name down. I went over that with Coach Poley, the PA man here, our golf coach at Rocky, and he's got it down too. But this should be a fun game tonight. I hope we get a crowd out. It's the weather's halfway decent. You know, and right now, Bob, there's so much excitement around Rocky Mountain College athletics. The men's basketball team's undefeated. The women's team's, 3-1?
I believe so, yes.
The cross-country team, both men and women, are going to the national championships in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The volleyball team's going down to Sioux City for the volleyball nationals, automatic qualifier. The football team's playing Morningside. It couldn't have been a better fall for Rocky Mountain College in athletics.
No, and just to go one step farther on that, Bruce, you mentioned to me, I don't know whether it was on the air or not, but you said it's expensive to be good. And anybody out there watching or listening that has a few extra dollars around to donate, Rocky could definitely use some money because they're going to have some big bills to pay sending these teams all around the country here in the postseason.
Yeah, there's a link on the website, the Rocky Athletic website, that talks about donating to the playoffs or giving playoff support. So just get on the website, go to that link, and donate some money to Rocky Mountain College and help them get to these places. It is expensive to be good, but boy, it's exciting to see these teams. Yeah, you know, I still keep the Bandy Award points for the Frontier Conference, and Rocky Mountain College, even before the basketball seasons, has clinched the Bandy Award as the all sports winners in the Frontier Conference. And in all the years, 15 years, Bob, that I've been doing that, that's never happened where somebody has clinched it before the basketball season. But great year for Jeff Mulby and his Rocky Mountain College athletic department, Brad Nason, Dr. Bob Wilmuth. Congratulations to them, and let's just hope we can keep it going. These two basketball teams, Rocky's men and women, are both very good this year. Rocky's men picked to win the Frontier Conference.
All right. Yeah, it is.
Coach Drykosen looking pretty dapper tonight, coming out in his suit. Got the suit on tonight. We'll see how long the sport coach stays on for him tonight. But I'm going to give him my headset over, and you'll have a chat with him, Bob.
Yep.
Coach Drykosen seems pretty fired up tonight.
Looking pretty dapper in that all them shiny clothes there. How we doing, Coach?
Hey, we're doing good, thanks.
Yep, you're looking pretty sharp, all dressed up in tie, and man, looks like postseason form here.
Yeah, that was my daughter picked that out, so hopefully it's a winner.
All right, Coach, playing probably the first real competition that you've had, tough competition, I would say. So, this year we're coming into it 4-0, but talk a little bit about this team this year and how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think this team has a lot of room to grow. That's really how I feel right now, but I like the chemistry of it. I like the work ethic for most part of it, and I like the depth of it. We still got a long ways to go, though. I think we got to get better on both ends of the floor, obviously, but you don't get better, like Coach Matlock always used to say, until you play games. And so tonight will be a good contest and a good, chance for us to get out and see what it's like to play against some really good athletes that rebound really hard. That I don't know that we'll see a team even in our league that pushes the ball as fast as these guys do. So, I mean, we will, I guess. But, this will be a great test, which will be more like that competition.
And pretty good-sized boys out here on the floor for them tonight as well.
Yeah, they got big guards, and they're athletic, and they can shoot the three. They're not just one-dimensional. So, some good challenges. We're going to have to go out there and compete really hard. I think, for us, our focus and key's got to be transition defense, keeping the ball out of the paint, rebounding, eating glass on the boards, and then just offensive execution. We got to execute well and get excellent shots.
One more question, Coach. You going to get that 110-point average tonight?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. That'll be hard to attain. On the great nights you will maybe, but tonight all we're worried about is getting one more point than our opponents.
One more. Well, Coach, good luck tonight, and have some fun, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, Bob. Thanks for always being with us.
Hey, that beard's getting a little bit grayish,
Yeah, there's a lot of gray in it. Yeah, salt and pepper like my mom used to have in her hair. So.
Good luck, Coach.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You betcha. And Coach Dryak goes in there chatting with us a little bit, and always good to have him over as well. And welcome back to the Fortin Center here with Bob Ridderott and Bruce Parker. Sorry about that little blackout. I think we got things straightened up here now. So set and ready to go, Bruce. About 4 minutes away from our national anthem here. And, man, I'll tell you what, I've got last year's roster for Rocky here, so I don't know if some of these guys are going to score tonight.
Well, they'd be scoring. It'd be a long distance shot. It'd be at least a 3 for some of them. But now that's funny. Well, you got these guys down. You've seen them twice now against both Yellowstone Christian and Sailors Kootenai, where they had big wins. The Battling Bears, as we mentioned, come in averaging 107 points, Bob. That is a lot of points.
Yeah, it's, both these teams, actually, Bruce, presentation coming in at 95 points a game. So, that's going to be huge. Field goal percentage, 65%, and 65% from the 53% field goal percentage, 65% from the free throw line. So,
and not bad from three-point line either, 40%, which isn't bad. But Rocky's shooting the ball very well, 51.4%, almost 74 from the line, and about 34% from the three-point range.
Yeah, so I think Coach Dreykosen probably kind of said it right here. Both these teams, going to put a lot of points on the board. Probably the fastest team that he's seen this year. Getting the ball up and down the floor, and we know Rocky likes to get the ball up and down the floor. So you better pay attention and talk fast.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fast-paced basketball game, and between the two of them, they average over 200 points a game. So we could get a game like that tonight. And I know last year when they played in South Dakota, Rocky had to really play very well to get that victory out of the North Star Conference team.
Yeah, and it's always fun to play teams from the other conferences. We played Dickinson, of course, there in the North Star Conference with presentation, and it's just kind of good to play these other schools around us and kind of see where we stack up.
Well, I think when you play good teams that have athletic players on their team, student athletes, it makes you better. And
yeah.
As they get closer to playing in the Frontier Conference this year, and it starts in December, I believe, with Carroll and maybe Great Falls coming down here.
Yep.
You got to get ready, and these are the kind of games that get you ready. I don't believe the other ones did much to get a team ready.
No, not really. I agree with you, Bruce, and I think it's just huge, and I'm just going to talk about that a little bit. You look at who Lori Kelly plays with the volleyball. They play the top teams in the nation, and I think it pays off in the end for sure.
Yeah, I think it does. Lori's philosophy with volleyball is you're better off to have a 5-set loss against a ranked team than it is to beat somebody 3-0 that's not very good.
Right.
So she goes to tournaments in California. She plays good teams at tournaments in Montana, and she goes back into Iowa, and she goes back into Michigan, and so she plays good teams. That's why Lori Kelly got an automatic bid to the national tournament in Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah, that's for sure, and going to be fun to see them go down there once again. And but I sat here and watched them practice a little bit tonight. They got quite a wait before they get a chance to get back on the court.
Yeah, you'd almost like to see them maybe get a scrimmage game with somebody. I know you can't do that because you can only play so many scrimmages, but maybe they bring in some alumni that, there's some pretty darn good alumni that played for Rocky in volleyball that are still around the Billings area. Maybe she can put together a team. Her daughter, Candace Kelly, or Camber, was one of the best players ever at Montana State.
Right.
Candace is a Gregorak, married to Ty Gregorak in Bozeman. Maybe they can put a team together just to come down and scrimmage against them. But you always kind of like to have that edge of playing somebody, and not to time off is good in some instances, but I think in volleyball they kind of like to play, especially when they have some momentum.
Right, definitely, for sure. But it's going to be, I think, the 27th when they get around to playing. So it's going to be a while for sure before they get going. And I don't know, they were having some fun out here today. They were pretty loose and pretty relaxed and having a good time out here today practicing. But when it came down to the finer points of the practice, it got pretty serious a couple times.
Yeah, they practice very hard. They go early in the fall. They start. In fact, I think they might have started before football did this year, and they go really intense practices. Lori does have some fun. She brings some fun into the practices, but well, they're fun to watch. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see them. I think they ended up the regular season 28 or 29-4, which is very impressive.
We're going to have our presentation of our colors here, and we'll turn it over to our PA mic and catch our national anthem.
Remove any headgear and direct your attention to the south end of the gym as our good friends from Warrior Wishes, Montana present the colors. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
And once again, Bruce, Warrior Wishes of Montana doing a great job with the presentation of colors here for the Battling Bears.
Isn't that great, Bob? I mean, they're at every game, every volleyball, every football, every basketball game for both the men and the women. Quite a job by the Warrior Wishes Montana.
All right, our starting lineups. First of all, for head coach Jeremy Regal, Presentation College, it'll be number 1, Jelani McCorvey, a 6'4" junior out of Fresno, California. Number 5, Quadre Lawas, a 6'4" senior out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Number 11 is Jalen Gidry, a 6'2" junior out of Denver, Colorado. Number 23 is Michael Dees, a 6'3" senior out of Inglewood. And number 42 is Michael Koo, a 6'8" junior out of Ivory Coast, and we may call him Fred tonight. That's what they call him there. So
he might score tonight. He's averaging about 10.5 a game.
Yes, sir. For the Battling Bears, it is number 2, Clayton Ladine, a 6'2" junior out of San Francisco, California. Number 5 is Isaac Martell, a 6' senior from Big Fork, Montana. Number 22 is 6'7" senior from Billings, Montana, Danny Betcher. Number 24 is Craig Wilmore, a 6'3" senior out of Daytona Beach, Florida. And the big guy in the middle is number 34, Jared Samuelson. He is a 6'7" junior out of Billings, Montana. Head coach Bill Drykosen, assisted by Sean McKeon, James Bullock, and Len Wilkins.
Samuelson comes in preseason favorite to be the MVP in the Frontier Conference. He's averaging 21 a game, 8.3 rebounds. He's shooting about almost 90% from the free throw line. Jared's off to a great start, but this will be the first test because they're going to have some size on the court for presentation.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different ball game. Look for a pretty physical ball game as we get set here. And it's going to be controlled by Samuelson. As Ladine has it on top. Goes to Wilmore, gets a big screen out there, swinging around to Betcher. Martell, they go right inside to Samuelson. Jared goes up strong, can't finish, and the ball's going to come down to the Saints as they bring it up the floor quickly. Dees with it, kicks it outside to Guidry. Guidry will set things up here. Rocky looking to be in a man-to-man defense here. They'll probably play that most of this ball game. Guidry with it, kicks it outside. Dees. And it's going to be stolen away up ahead to Ladine. The first turnover. Wilmore has it, gets it inside. Nice pass by Craig Wilmore to Isaac Martell for two. And Isaac gets the Batman Bears on the scoreboard first here. 2-0, just under a minute gone by. No scoreboard on the video tonight. I'll try to keep you posted with the score and the time as much as I can. Saints kick it inside. Nice pass inside. The basket's going to be up and good by McCorvey.
This is a very athletic presentation basketball team. Very patient, even though they score a lot of points.
Betcher with it. They go inside to Samuelson. Jared turnaround shot up and good. And Jared Samuelson with the 2-pointers and a chance to go to the free throw line as well.
You know, we've already seen, Bob, that this is going to be a physical basketball game. I like Rocky's first two possessions on defense. Played very good defense. Got beat by a back door at the end of that second one, but coming out very aggressive on the defensive end.
And they're definitely taking the ball inside to Jared. They've gone inside both times. Jared misses a rare free throw there. He's usually very good from the free throw line. Saints come back the other way. Rocky on top, 4-2. Guidry with it, looking for a big screen out there on top. 11 on the shot clock. And the shot by Fred up on top is going to be a long 2-pointer by the big guy. Ons Mikhail Kuhl gets the 2-pointer. And we're tied at 4, our first tie of the ball game.
You got a big guy like that can shoot that well from the outside. That's going to be pretty effective.
That makes opposing coaches nervous. Turnover on the Bears, and the Saints come back the other way. And it is Lawless with the basket.
Had a chance to talk with Quadre before the game. His dad was one of my all-time favorites during my days at Montana State.
The ball's going to be tipped. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Saints. It'll be Rocky basketball underneath their own basket.
You're not having any trouble saying Saints yet, are you?
No, I hate, that's a bad word to me. Ladine puts it up. It's good. Clayton Ladine hits a 2-pointer.
You know, he's kind of settled in as the fifth starter for the Batman Bears. He's coming in after an impressive JC career.
And they double team on the outside and pushes the ball up. This is Lawless taking it to the hole. Can't finish. Betcher with the rebound. Ladine gets it out. 16:57 to go here in the first half. We're tied at 6. Ladine takes it to the hole. No good. Rebound comes down to Fred. Gets it quickly out to McCorvey. And he goes up. He'll be fouled. Craig Wilmore picking up the personal foul.
Boy, how quick was he to get to the basket there?
There's a lot of quickness between those two boys.
He'll shoot a couple free throws. First free throws of the game tonight.
McCorvey at the line. First trip tonight, as Bruce said. First one is up and good. I hear that noise in your ears there, Bruce, that kind of a whistle there?
I thought that was you.
No,
talking.
That's a little problem with the heating or one of the air things up here, handlers up here, and kind of been going on and off all day, and I think the headset's picking up even more. 8-6, Saints on top of the Battling Bears here. Ledeen with the basketball. Ledeen tries to go inside. We're going to have a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be 2 on McCorvey. 2 quick fouls on him.
Yeah, McCorvey averaging better than 14 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. He's a guy they need to keep in this game tonight.
And it's inside to Jared Samuelson. Can't get the jump hook to go.
He's missed a couple bunnies in there tonight, Bob.
Yes, he has. And well defended, but like you say, great quick penetration here by Guidry as he takes it to the hole, and the Saints go up on top by 4, 10-6. Wilmore with it. Ledeen for 3 from the right side, and Clayton Ledeen hits a deep three-pointer. That is the first three-point basket made in the ball game.
Yeah, he was brought in just to be able to do that, shoot the basketball. Chad Cananan gone. They needed a guy that could shoot it like he can.
Saints come back the other way, and the shot's going to be put up. It's going to be short. Rebound fought for. Betcher gets loose ball out to Ledeen, and Ledeen will bring it up. Gets it up to Samuelson. Jared takes it to the hole, and everybody gets out of his way. Goes up for 2, and it's the Battling Bears back on top.
I just
11-10.
I like his mindset. He wants to score. Get me the ball, I'm going to score. And Jared Samuelson is, I believe, the best player in the Frontier Conference.
I think so. This year for sure. We got a whistle away from the basketball. Ledeen going to pick up the personal foul.
Ledeen's going to come out. Satchel McDonald back is in for the first time tonight for the Battling Bears. I like the way he plays too. He's got some great hops.
Elijah Coleman comes in for the Saints as well on that dead ball. Lawless kicks it outside to Dees. Dees with it. Goes to Coleman. Coleman far side. Guidry, 9 on the shot clock. Dees with it, puts up the long three-pointer front iron, comes down to McDonald. Satchel McDonald up the court. Betcher with it on top to McDonald. Satchel with it, guarded tightly out there. Ball goes in the corner, and Craig Wilmore for long 3, gets his own rebound, goes up, can't finish, and it's Lawless coming down with the rebound for the Saints as he'll bring it up the right side. Lawless going against Samuelson and goes baseline, kicks it out. They swing it around Guidry. Guidry tries to go baseline against Wilmore. Back outside to Dees. Dees goes up, 7 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound comes down. Satchel McDonald. Bears up 11-10. Wilmore with it, kicks it out to Samuelson for 3. Off the back iron, no good. And these two teams getting up down to 4. Dees will bring it up.
Austin Payne getting set to come in for Rocky Mountain College.
11-10. Rocky on top. Brandon DeBoy will come in next dead ball as well for the Battling Bears. Coleman with it. Coleman guarded by Martell. Dumps it off to Eugene, and the shot's going to be put up and good by Elijah Coleman. A three-pointer, 13-11. The Saints take the lead back. 3rd lead change of the ball game.
Reagan Sheen getting set to come in too. Mass substitutions for the Battling Bears.
Saints got a couple as well. Nice pass inside. Samuelson goes up for 2 on the assist from Betcher.
Bob, I like Bill's bench this year. He's got the ability to bring a lot of different guys in and not miss a beat.
A lot of depth at each position. Last year I thought we were a little short at a position or 2, and the Saints, nice pass inside. Big block by Craig Wilmore, and Samuelson picks up the loose ball, gets it to McDonald. Satchel goes around traffic, takes it up, and he's fouled. It'll be on the floor. It'll be Bear basketball underneath. 12:51 to go here in the first half. We're tied 13-13. We're going to have a media timeout. 12:51 to go here in the first half. We're tied up 13-13. Back after these. And welcome back here to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. We're tied at 13-13. 12:51 to go here in the first half with Presentation College out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. They are members of the North Star Conference. For those of you Frontier fans, that's the same conference that Dickinson State is in. And Austin Payne comes into the game, gets the ball, and Satchel McDonald gets it back, and we're going to see a little bit of a pushing and shoving match inside, I believe now. We got a couple big guys near. Payne can't finish that one, and the rebound's going to come down to the Saints. They quickly get the ball out to Stevens. Stevens gets it up, man, I got to talk fast. Stevens inside, dumps back outside. Coleman in and out. Brandon the boy gets the board, and Brandon will bring it up across the timeline for the Battling Bears. Brandon gets it to Sheen. Sheen goes to McDonald. McDonald penetrates, takes it right through the middle with the finger roll. Satchel McDonald for two.
You know, you just don't know how quick he is to get out on the court.
That step is quick. Almost as quick as yours used to be, Bruce.
What do you mean used to be?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You've seen Stevens,
Stevens with the basketball out on top. They go to Coleman. Coleman dumps down in the corner. They're trying to go inside the loss. And Quadre backs him down and puts it up and in. Lawless picks up his 4th point of the night. Brandon the boy with it far side. Is Ladine set to come back in for the Bears' next dead ball. Austin Payne with it. Hands it off. Sheen with it. McDonald puts up the long three. Back iron. Austin Payne with the rebound.
Battling Bears have got a couple long offensive rebounds.
Ryan Sheen takes it to the hole. He'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. And Ryan Sheen on the season, I got it here, Bruce, I think, is shooting 67% from the floor. That foul going against Eugene. And Sheen at the line to shoot two.
Bears now 0 for 2 from the line. Sheen at 60% from the free throw line. He shoots better from the field.
Yeah.
Not unusual for big guys.
Nope. Second one rolls around, falls off, and Lawless gets the rebound. .11:01 to go. We're tied once again at 15. I got us down for 4 ties thus far, Bruce, and 3 lead changes. Second turnover on the Bears, or the Saints. Satchel McDonald will bring it up for Rocky. Satchel with it. Kicks out. Austin Payne for 3. Back iron. Brandon the boy tips it out. Ryan Sheen kicks it to Satchel McDonald. 10:36 to go here in the first half. 15-15. Payne with the turnaround 15-footers. Good. Austin Payne.
Austin Payne can be an instant offense when he comes in basketball games. He did that a number of times, last season, his junior year.
Saints take it back around far side. Eugene with it. And we got a whistle and a foul. Gonna go against Brandon the boy.
Bill Drykosen always preaches defense, especially early in the year. How's the team doing? We got a long way to go defensively. I haven't heard that this year, and I think he likes the way this team plays defense.
And they kick it underneath on the pass. Lawless gets an easy one underneath. Going to show a replay of that one as Lawless gets the ball underneath, goes up, and good. And Sheen with it, back to live action now. Brandon the boy with it. Austin Payne puts up a long one, it's good. Austin Payne picks up his 5th point of the night, and that's the second 3-pointer for the Battling Bears. 20-17, Rocky takes the lead.
I think this is going to be one of those games, back and forth, lots of points.
Fred has the ball underneath, and he's going to lose it. Austin Payne's going to catch the ball out of bounds. It'll be Saints basketball underneath their own basket, and Guidry comes into the ball game. He'll inbound the basketball.
Both teams shooting better than 50% from the field here in this first half.
Guidry getting close to the 5-second count. Ball's knocked loose. McDonald comes out of it. 3 turnovers on the Saints. Up ahead to Brandon the Boy. Puts it up on the reverse. It's good. Brandon the Boy gets the basket in transition. Rocky's biggest lead, 22-17. Saints with it, kick it out. Coleman with the basketball. They go to Fred. Fred has it, swings it far side. Nice move inside. Basket's good by Guidry as he takes it strong to the hole.
Boy, they are all so quick to the basket. It's amazing.
McDonald goes to Ryan Sheen. 17-footer is going to be long. And the Saints come back the other way quickly. Coleman with the basketball. Kicks it back. Lawless. Guidry. Fred with it on top. Back to Lawson. We got a whistle and a foul underneath, as I believe this one's going against Brandon the Boy. He picks up his second personal foul underneath, away from the basketball.
Craig Realmore is going to come back in quickly, as is Jared Samuelson.
You know, Bruce, Rocky picks up this 5-point lead, their biggest lead of the ball game, with Jared Samuelson, Danny Betcher on the bench. So I think that's huge for the Bears. It'll be interesting to see what we have for bench scoring at the end of the first half.
Yeah, it gives that head coach a little bit of confidence of using his bench.
Dees with it, goes far side to Mayer. He's into the game for the first time. Guidry with it, ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be in the paint. It's going to be blocked, and we got to have a shot clock violation. 4th turnover on the Saints. Rocky will get the ball in the backcourt on the far side. 8:07 to go here in the first half. As McCorvey comes back in, he had to sit down early in this ball game. Got the first basket for him, but then picked up 2 quick fouls, so had to sit down. Rocky on top, 22-19.
Well, if I was Bill Drykosen, I'd take it right at him with those 2 personal fouls.
Samuelson gets the ball inside. A little bit of a mismatch, and Jared makes him pay with a jump hook across the middle. Jared with 8 points on the night. 24-19, back to that 5-point lead. Coach Drykosen coaching a lot of defense over there, with the defense in front of him at this end, and a nice move inside by Coleman.
Yeah, he stepped back through and used his left hand.
Ledeen with it, goes to McDonald. Now they get it inside to Jared. Samuelson goes up, nice move inside, can't finish, goes up, he's fouled. And we'll have that on a replay as well here, as you can see Jared, nice step through move, goes up, gets his own rebound and gets fouled, and they'll go to the line to shoot a couple. And that foul's going to go against Dees. That's his first personal foul. Jared, typically an 83% free throw shooter on the year. Missed those first 2. First one, I guess he only shot 1.
Unlike him, though, he's just such a great free throw shooter.
Rims that one in and out. I think you jinxed him, Bruce. I'm not going to take credit for it. Reagan Sheen coming out. Danny Betcher back in for the Bears.
I like Reagan Sheen. He adds a lot of bulk underneath. He's a great rebounder and a good defensive player.
And Jared finally finds the bottom of the net on those free throws, as he is 1 for 3. And he has 9 points on the evening. 25-21, Rocky on top, 7-12. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Jared Samuelson. He'll pick up his first foul.
And a couple free throws.
McCorvey shoots 64% from the charity stripe, and he is 2 of 2 tonight, so he is 100% thus far. see if we can jinx him, and we did.
You did?
I did.
I'm not going to say anything about Rocky shooters. You can say all you want about, you know, the presentation guys. So.
You're starting to use sign language now. Second one's up and good. They go 3 for 4, 25-22, 7:10 to go here in the first half. Ledeen with it, far side. They're trying to set up a pick there at the middle, and Samuelson gets the ball. Satchel McDonald, 16 on the shot clock. Betcher gets it inside. And it's Samuelson with the jump hook inside. Jared Samuelson picks up his 11th point. 27-22, Rocky on top. 6:46 to go here in the first half. Lawless kicks the ball out front. Now they get it in the corner. Shots off the top of the backboard. And we got a whistle and a foul. Is going to go against Ledeen. Clayton Ledeen picking a foul away from the basketball. We got a timeout on the floor. 6:35 to go here in the first half. 27-22, Rocky on top. Back to live action. It'll be Saints basketball underneath their own basket here. And Guidry will inbound the ball. Guidry gets it to Dees, and Dees is going to dribble it out front. He'll set things up. Dumps off Lawless with the ball, and Dees puts up the long three, no good. And the Saints get the ball back, and it's Isaac Martell with the rebound. And Craig Wilmore comes back, gets it to Satchel McDonald. They get it into Betcher. Betcher with the move inside. Danny Betcher with the jump hook.
A nice aggressive move there on a good pass inside by Danny Betcher. I think his first two, aren't they?
Yes, it is, Bruce. 29-27, biggest lead, and that disappears on the baseline jumper by Guidry. Back to a 5-point lead, but Rocky did have a 7-point lead. Craig Wilmore with it. Craig's going to penetrate, now kicks back out. Dumps underneath, and we got a offensive foul is going to go against Craig Wilmore. And that will be 2 fouls on Wilmore.
Two turnovers also on the Batlin Bears. They've really done a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Brandon DeBoy comes back in for the Bears. He'll replace Craig Wilmore. Rocky could be getting in a little bit of foul trouble here, Bruce. They got 3 guys with 2 fouls with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
And it's a hard team to guard, especially in the man-to-man defense.
Guidry has it. Goes to McCorvey, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath. And is this going to be Jared Samuelson? No, it's going to be against Brandon DeBoy. Picks up his 3rd personal foul. And McCorvey goes back to the charity stripe. He is 3 of 4 from there. He'll be shooting a couple. Excuse me, it was a 1-and-1 situation. He misses that. McDonald comes back on the Betcher rebound. Jared Samuelson, and we got a whistle and a foul away from the basket. Lawas going to pick up the personal foul, trying to guard Samuelson, actually.
Brandon the boy out, Austin Payne back in, and a timeout for Rocky Mountain College.
5:05 to go here in the first half. Rocky on top, 29-24.
Have that to be able to use it football.
Bear basketball underneath. They go to Samuelson. Samuelson turned around jumper is up and good by Jared Samuelson. And Jared picks up his 13th point of the evening.
He's got it rolling tonight.
7-point lead for the Bears. That ties their largest lead of the night. First personal foul. Danny Betcher will go to the line to shoot a couple.
I like the aggressiveness there on Danny Betcher's part. He saw just a little bit of an opening through that middle of the Saints defense and took it right to the basket. He'll shoot a couple.
And Danny is a 75% free throw shooter. Gets the first one to fall. So he's 100% on the night. Three-pointer is going to be up and good by Coleman, as that is his second three-pointer of the night.
Yeah, he came in averaging a little bit over 12 points a game. Good shooter.
Martell goes to Samuelson, to Betcher. Betcher with it. McDonald. Betcher. Austin Payne to Martell. Isaac Martell with it. Austin Payne puts it up. It's good. Austin Payne goes a little more of a chance to get Jared Samuelson some rest and make him a little stronger at the end of the ball game. I thought Jared struggled at the end of games just from fatigue last year. They try to go into Sheen. It's going to be knocked loose, and Lawless comes back the other way. Lawless goes up, and it's going to be fouled. Bruce says the third turnover on the Bears. As Betcher picks up his first personal foul. Lawless goes to the line. 7th point of the night.
I bet that was fun for him the other night playing in the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse.
I bet it was. Yep. I wonder if his dad was there. They go inside. Sheen with it. Sheen goes up, and it's good. Reagan Sheen puts it up over the top of the defense. Picks up his first points of the night. 37-28. And we got a whistle and a foul. Nice head and shoulders fake. Grant averaging 5 points per game.
That was a pretty good fake, though, Bob.
It was a real good fake.
He had everybody up in the air.
He had Austin was way up in the air. Free throw is going to be up and good by Mayer. Gets his first points of the night as he'll be shooting a few. Did he get fouled in the three-point line? I thought it was.
I did too, but they only gave him
him 2 free throws. That's fine.
That's why you play at home.
Yeah. Martell goes to McDonald. McDonald kicks back out to Martell. Back to McDonald. They look inside. Grant Wallace. Grant working hard inside to get some position. Betcher with the basketball. Danny, baseline jumper's good.
Oh, that's a tough shot, that baseline jumper from about 12 feet away. Nice look by Danny Betcher.
39-30. Fred gets the ball inside, takes it, puts it up, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to go out of bounds. They'll say it's Rocky basketball. 1:47 to go here in the third period. 39-30, Rocky on top. Bears have it in the backcourt. Satchel McDonald will bring it down, get a big screen out on top. Penetrates, takes it to the hole, and it's going to go out of bounds. And see what the whistle is. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds off of the Saints.
The Atma Bears have only allowed 3 offensive rebounds thus far in this first half. Nice job on the boards by Rocky here in the first half.
Rocky with 10 fouls. The Saints with 7 here. Oh.
You better check in before you go in. So he did. He came back to the scorer's table.
Eugene gets into the game officially here now. Bears get it in. Martell with it. Martell gets a screen. They bring it around. Swing it. McDonald. McDonald goes to Grant Wallace, top of the key, and Grant's going to make most of those.
You know, he's really deceiving. He's such a great shooter. Came in averaging a little bit over 10 points a game, and he's made quite a few threes this year.
Great shooter, Bruce, and even a better kid. I really like Grant. 12-point lead for the Bears, their biggest lead of the night. Saints with the basketball, trying to go to Lawless. Ball's on the floor. Grant Wallace is going to get the jump ball. 1:02 to go. Rocky on top, 42-40 or 30. It'll go with the Saints. If this holds up, Rocky will get the ball to start the first or second half. Saints inbound it. Dees will have pull the trigger underneath. Kidry puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Sheen. Sheen goes to McDonald. McDonald will push it. Goes to Grant Wallace for 3. He's going to be short, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be, they're going to talk about this one. I think it's going to end up Saints basketball. They're going to say it's Rocky basketball. We won't replay that one.
Don't put it on the big screen.
Yeah,
you don't want the fans getting unhappy.
I think we'll just go with it right here, Bruce. I think that one probably should have went to the Saints.
You know, I don't.
Of course, this is my first basketball game.
I don't. Yeah.
Grant Wallace gets the ball inside, out to Betcher. Betcher with it. Isaac Martell. Martell to Sheen. Betcher. 17 on the shot clock, about a 10-second differential shot clock, game clock. And the ball's going to be on the floor, and it's going to be stolen away. And coming back the other way, going up and getting the foul is going to go against Ryan Sheen, or Reagan Sheen, excuse me. Is going to pick up the personal foul.
You know, one thing, Bob, I'd like to do, and I don't know if he's listening tonight. He's probably not, but I want to say congratulations on his retirement to Mike Van Diest, who's retiring after better than 200 wins, 14 conference titles, and 6 national championships at Carroll College. What a great coach he's been. He'll probably never have it duplicated again, but good luck to Mike Van Diest in his retirement.
Yeah, and I was going to talk a little bit about that at halftime, and we will, Bruce. 2 points there on the free throw line for the Saints. 11 seconds to go. McDonald with the basketball out on top. McDonald goes far side. Ledeen with the basketball. Puts up the deep three-pointers. No good. And that'll end us here at the end of the first half. It's Rocky on top by 10, 42-32. We're going to take us a 5-minute break, and we'll come back with some stats and talk with Bruce after this 5-minute break. And welcome back to the Fortin Center here on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. It's Rocky on top 42-32 over the Presentation College Saints out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. Some scoring for the Saints here at halftime. It's Lawless leading the way with 9 points. McCorvey with 5 points. Guidry with 6 points. Coleman with 8. And Mayer with 2 points. They have 7 turnovers in the first half. They have 12 rebounds, 3 offensive, 9 defensive rebounds. They're shooting 53% from the floor, 25% from the three-point line, and 72% from the charity stripe. For the Battling Bears, it is Betcher with 6 points, Samuelson with 13 points, Ledeen with 5, Martell with 2, the boy with 2, Wallace with 3, McDonald with 2, Payne with 7, and Sheen with 2. They have 5 turnovers in the first half. They have 15 total rebounds, 6 offensive, 9 defensive rebounds. They're shooting 58% from the floor, 33% from the three-point line, and 43% from the charity stripe. And we talked a lot about those bench points during that first half of the broadcast. And it is Rocky Mountain with 16 bench points to 10 for Presentation College. And points in the paint, Rocky with the lead there as well, 16-12. And points off turnovers, 12-7 in favor of the Battling Bears. The largest lead for Presentation was 4. That was in the first half with 16:21 left in the half. Rocky Mountain is led by as many as 12 in the first half, and I believe that was first about 5 minutes left in the first half, and the last one at 1:26. We've had 6 ties in this ball game and 4 lead changes. And great first half here. Very athletic. Both teams getting up and down the floor, playing hard here, as Coach Drykosen talked about before the game started, that in the interview with him there, that it was going to be a up and down game here tonight, and it definitely has been fun. Both teams, Rocky, probably the first real competition that they have seen this year in Presentation College. As I mentioned in my pregame, Presentation played MSU up in Bozeman Sunday night, I believe that was, and MSU won that one by the score of 83-68. So they played with the Cats pretty well there at Bozeman. So looking for a great second half here. We're going to take us a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back after this 2-minute break. And welcome back here to the Fortin Center. Bruce, 42-32. We got a little time here. I did want to talk about Coach Van Diest. Of course, you two very close. I just want to say one thing real quick, and it's been said a lot, and a lot of people know this. Coach Van Diest just made the Frontier Conference so much tougher over the last 20 years and made it what it is. Probably one of the premier conferences in football in the nation for NAI football. And, you know, it was the scenario was you either suck up and play and start recruiting, or we're going to leave you in the dust. And Coach Van Diest just, I think, never got enough credit for that. And you know, I talked to you last night, and I just hope he left on his terms, and to the best to Coach Van Diest.
Yeah, I think he did, Bob. And you know, he gets a chance to watch his son Clay play. He's on the hockey team at St. Norbert's, which I think they've won 3 of the last 4 NCAA Division III titles. Very good hockey player. He gets to go back and watch him his senior year and spend more time with Shane and their new granddaughter down in St. Louis, and do some things that he hasn't done for a lot of years, you know, 40-some years. But, you know, the thing about Mike, the facilities around the league got better. Yep. The weight rooms got better. The coaching staffs got better. This is a great league for coaches now, the Frontier. And as you said, they either had to, you know, jump on or get out of the way, because Carroll had won 14 Frontier Conference championships, 6 national titles, played for the title 2 other years, so he's in the national title game 8 years, and they just won everything you could possibly win. But they made Montana Techs, the Rocky Mountain Colleges, the Montana Westerns of the world get better in college football, and it's made this Frontier Conference League the best league in the country for the NAI, and it's a crying shame that only one team is getting into playoffs, because probably the hottest team in the league right now besides Rocky is the College of Idaho. They lost their first 4, won their next 6. So
I saved you, buddy. I saved you.
That was good quickness. I like that.
Yeah, you know, and it's Rocky. We'll talk a little bit about that. They're going to Morningside, the #1 team in the nation, playing them Saturday. And you know, I said before we lost to Tech Saturday, I said, you know, I told Jeff Mulvey this. I says, you know, one of these years, a Frontier team is going to get matched up with the #1 team in the nation in the first round. We're going to kick their butt.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Here's the chance. You know, one thing I didn't mention about with Mike Nettie, Jason Petrino, when I was hiring football coaches, and I saw a lot of Mike Van Diest and Jason Petrino, and that was one of the reasons that we made the decision to hire Jason. He's a great family man. He builds integrity and character with his players, and Jason has come in here and done a wonderful job. I got to give some credit to Brian Armstrong, too. So a lot of these kids that were seniors on Saturday were recruited by Brian Armstrong as well. Brian did a great job as well, you know, helping build this program. But Jason has come in here with his staff and done a remarkable job. He's a great family man. He's got Heather and all those kids, and they really have bought into the program, and they bought into Billings, Montana. And, you know, when we first started our halftime, Dr. Bob Wilmuth was sitting next to me and talking about how it's, as we've said, Bob, it's expensive to be good, and Rocky's been good this year, and it's very costly. So any help people can get when they get on the website to help donate would be great. But, you know, Dr. Wilmuth is very proud of what this athletic department has done this year and in the past couple of years, the facilities that we've built and what we've done with what we have. And it's not always easy when you don't have a pot full of money down. You know, there's not a printing press here.
No.
You know, you got to go out and raise it and earn it, and that's what Rocky's done. A pretty nice little crowd here tonight on a Tuesday night, and watching a great basketball game. These are 2 very good teams.
Get back to that Carroll job. Just one last thought on that, Bruce. They can hire anybody they want, even if it's named Petrino, as long as it's not Jason.
That's exactly what I see. Bobby's available.
Yes, he
Bobby's,
is.
And then Louisville has to pay him $14 million, so I don't think salary is going to be a big deal. But there's going to be some great candidates.
I think Carroll could match that.
Yeah, I've been there, man. As the AD for 11 years, I don't think we could have added up 11 years and paid him that much money. But you know, there's a couple good candidates on staff. that I'm sure will apply for the job, and there'll be over 100 applicants for that job. It's a very good job. Maybe not as good as it was 5, 6, 7 years ago, but that's because the league's got that much better.
And we're getting set, ready to go here for our second half action. Rocky on top, 42-32. It'll be Rocky basketball as Ledeen will get the basketball. Ledeen, Wilmore, Samuelson, Betcher, and Martell for the Battling Bears. And Samuelson takes it to the hole, a little bit strong on that one. And Dees gets the rebound, and Jared Samuelson and Dees going at it. And we got our jump ball, it looks like. And it'll be Saints basketball.
So there you see the best player in the league.
Diving for a ball.
Diving for a ball. Sacrificing his body in a non-conference game to get the basketball. That's great. You know, that just wears off on everybody else on the team when they see a guy like Jared making plays like that.
Dees brings it down, has it on the right side. Rocky, man-to-man defense here. Played this throughout the game. I don't see him switching out of it. And Lawless puts up the three-pointer, and Betcher gets the rebound, and it's going to be a show at the other end. And we're going to have a replay of that one. Bruce, oh, darn, I didn't turn on my recorder. I missed it. Happens every time. It was a flush.
My buddy Craig Wilmore got the slam there.
Yes, he did. Saints come back the other way. And we got a turnover. That's 8 turnovers on the Saints here. 44-32. Rocky ties their biggest lead. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 18:57 to go. 44-32. Rocky on top. It'll be a full back after this. Rocky basketball in the backcourt. Ledeen will bring it up. Bruce is telling me I got eye timers. Betcher with it. Betcher takes it to the hole against Fred, and
I think it'll stay with
the Rocky as the Saints are going to step out of bounds on the baseline.
Rocky just 5 turnovers in that first half. Bob really did a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Craig Wilmore pull the trigger on the baseline for the Bears. Rocky been very good on inbounds plays all year, and Samuelson gets a nice look. Can't finish, comes back the other way. McCorvey goes up, can't finish there. Battle for the rebound underneath, and McCorvey goes back up. Samuelson gets the loose ball, and Jared's going to bring it up across the timeline. Up to Martell. Martell back to Samuelson. Jared, long three-pointer, drills it. Jared Samuelson.
What, 16 now for Jared?
Yeah, my pen died on me, Bruce. Saints with the basketball coming back the other way. And the ball's knocked loose, and the shot's going to be up and good inside, as that is Dees picking up the two-pointer inside. Martell kicks out. Samuelson, three. Long, no good, and the rebound comes down to the Saints as Fred controls the boards, and he'll kick it outside to Guidry. And the shot's going to be put up in a long three-pointer by Dees as he picks up his 5th point of the night, 47-37.
Yeah, it's averaging 15.1 a game. He was pretty quiet till we started the second half.
Sheen and Wallace set to come in at the next dead ball. Betcher has it underneath, can't finish, and it's going to be rebounded there by McCorvey as he will bring it up the right side for the Bears.
You know, the Battling Bears have got the ball down low at least 3 times this half and shot it over the rim.
Guidry picks up 2 points. He picks up his 8th point of the night. As Ledeen will bring it up the right side, hands off to Martell. They swing it around. Craig Wilmore with it. Wilmore takes it to the hole. It's going to be long, and Wilmore is going to pick up a frustration foul. And that'll be 3 fouls on Craig. First team foul.
Bears got the first 5 to start this half, and now Presentation has come back with the next 5.
Samuelson and Betcher will sit down as Wallace and Sheen come in.
Grant Wallace.
Craig Wilmore will sit down as well. Saints with the basketball, 16:44 to go in the ball game. Rocky on top by 8, 47-39. Lavas gets it, takes it to the hole, puts it up. Going to be off the rim, no good, and it's rebounded by Ledeen. Ledeen out to McDonald. McDonald motors to the hole, it's up and good. Satchel McDonald, what he does so well as he puts down his head, and not too many people want to get in front of him.
No, don't turn your back on him because he'll go right by you. He's really deceiving how quick he is.
Saints with the basketball. Bears on top by 10. Guidry has it, kicks it out. D's long, and the ball's going to be knocked out half court. Saints pick it up. McCorvey with it. McCorvey spin move goes up, and we got a whistle and a foul. Is going to go, I believe, against Isaac Martell, as Martell will pick up his first personal foul, and McCorvey will go to the line shooting 64% on the season. First one by McCorvey is up and good.
Bill Drykosen talking to the officials about the contact that's taking place. It's been a physical game, Bob, no question about that.
4 for 7 for McCorvey from the line. And this one's going to roll off. Sheen gets a rebound, gets it out to McDonald. Satchel will bring it up. Satchel McDonald goes to Ledeen. Ledeen with it. Ledeen kicks it out. Isaac Martell in the corners, up, no good. Reagan Sheen goes up, battles, no good. And it's going to come down. Lawless gets the rebound, kicks it out to Stevens. Stevens quickly up to McCorvey. And McCorvey puts up the runner, it's good. McCorvey with his 8th point, of the day. And we got a whistle and a foul.
Foul away from the ball. I think
we got a blood situation. Isaac Martell got blood, so we're going to. Brandon the boy's going to come in and replace Isaac.
It's kind of fun to watch. The Brandon the boy. I like the way he's got a great motor. He's all over the court.
Satchel McDonald will hand off to Brandon. Brandon with it out on top. Goes to Sheen. Sheen hands off to Ledeen. Ledeen takes it to the hole. Kicks it to McDonald on the wing. Shots up, no good. Rebound fought for. McCorvey comes out of there with it. And it's going to be stolen away by the boy. Brandon comes up. Goes to Ledeen. To Satchel McDonald inside. Can't finish. Grant Wallace fights for the rebound. And we'll see what the referees call here. I believe it's going to be a jump ball. Rocky's possession arrow. Satchel McDonald will inbound the basketball. Satchel kicks it to Reagan Sheen, and Sheen is going to be fouled going to the basket.
Nice inbounds play. They score a lot during the season on inbounds play. I think Coach Drykosen really spends a lot of time with those in practice.
Coleman picking up the personal foul. That's his first. Sheen 0 for 2 from the line, gets that one to fall. 49-43, Saints back to within 3. Cut the lead in half. Rocky led by 12 at one time. Reagan Sheen gets the second one to fall as well. Stevens brings it up. He'll run the point. Goes to McCorvey. McCorvey with it. And it's Lawless. Elbow jumper up and good as Quadre picks up 2 more. His 9th point of the night, I believe. Reagan Sheen goes to Brandon the boy with it. The boy looks at the basket, doesn't go in. Now they go inside to Sheen. Sheen makes the move inside. It's going to be short, and we're going to have a foul against Reagan Sheen.
Maybe a little bit of a frustration foul there by Reagan as he missed the shot and it went hard to the basket. You know, on the season presentation, not a great free throw shooting team as a whole at 65%.
Jared Samuelson will come in the next dead ball, 14:08, along with Danny Betcher set to come in as well. They go inside McCorvey. McCorvey dumps underneath, and the ball's going to be on the floor. They're going to say it's going to be out of bounds, and it will stay with the Saints. They have a media timeout, 13:58 to go in the ball game. Rocky on top, 51-44. And welcome back here to the Fortin Center, First Interstate Bank Court on the campus of beautiful Rocky Mountain College here in Billings, Montana, the oldest college in the state of Montana.
Yeah, I think, 140 years old? Or
I don't know. I don't remember when it started.
I thought, didn't you play that first year?
No, I was second.
Okay.
Saints will inbound the basketball, and the Bears are going to get a 5-second count. Turnover on the Saints here. Huge chain of events there, as that is the 10th turnover on the Saints. 13:58 to go here in the ball game. Rocky with a chance to extend this lead. Samuelson, Betcher back into the ball game at that dead ball. Ledeen has it. Ledeen looks, goes to the boy. Brandon penetrates. Step back, free throw line jumper is good. Brandon the boy picks up a couple. His 4th point of the night. Stevens with it, kicks it out to McCorvey inside. Lawless with it at the free throw line. Lawless, nice move against Samuelson, but Jared Samuelson gets the block. We're going to look at that one on the replay. Looks pretty clean to me. I believe called the foul on Satchel McDonald as Jared got a nice clean block on Lawless. Lawless at the line. 57% free throw shooter.
Checking in for the Saints, number 11, Jalen
This game could come down to free throws. There's going to be a lot of them shot tonight.
14 fouls on Rocky, 1 on the Saints here as Lawless gets them both.
That'll help your percentage.
53-45, 13-22 to go in the ball game. Ledeen to McDonald. Satchel McDonald finds a wide open Samuelson underneath for 2. As Jared Samuelson picks up his 20th point of the evening, I believe, on my score sheet. McCorvey swings it around quickly to Guidry. Dump outside, Mayer with it. Swing it, Guidry, Mayer. Mayer's going to put up the long three-pointer. It's going to be off. Betcher with the rebound, and Ledeen will bring it up. 55-45, Bears up by 10. Ledeen takes it to the hole. It's good.
Well, that's a nice job by a veteran player. Ledeen goes right to the basket. You have to get after him defensively because he can stop and shoot that three as well.
And the ball's going to be kicked back outside. Now they go baseline. Shot is going to be up, no good. Samuelson with the rebound out to Ledeen. And Clayton Ledeen, there's that three-pointer, Bruce. It's going to be off, and Samuelson knocks it out. Satchel McDonald gets the long rebound, takes it to the hole, and we got a whistle and a foul as it's going to go down. We'll see what they call here. They're going to call it good. Satchel McDonald is going to be fouled by Eugene.
You know, Bob, not everybody can get that shot off. He got hammered pretty good, but Satchel McDonald is so strong that he forced that ball in, and he's going to get a chance at a three-point play. Austin Payne's going to come in for the Battling Bears.
That foul went against Mayer. I'm sorry. I said Eugene.
Oh, maybe Eugene Mayer, maybe. You know.
Satchel gets the free throw to go. He's 100% from the line, 1 for 1, and he has 7 points on the night. Fred gets the ball free throw line. Now finds Lawless underneath, and he's going to be fouled. He'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play as Austin Payne will pick up his second personal foul. As Lawless will go back to the line. He's 3 or 4 from the line tonight. Has a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, he's hurt him a lot tonight underneath. He's so quick, and he does a good job of backing people down to get the ball inside.
And he gets the three-pointer to go. 4 for 5. 12 points on the night. 60-48, Rocky with that 10-point or 12-point lead. They led by 15 just short time ago, which was their biggest lead of the ball game. Saints come back quickly the other way. It's going to be out of bounds. I believe it'll stay with the Saints.
Yeah, they had that 15-point lead, and then the three-point play gets presentation back within 12. This thing's kind of gone up and down and up and down.
Rocky's pretty well mained about, I don't think presentation's gotten within 8. I believe was maybe 7, 8 points, the closest they got here in the second half. Rocky's maintained pretty well. This one's going to go off Satchel McDonald out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints.
Battling Bears making it tough to get the ball in. I like the way this team plays defense. So Bob, I mentioned that in the first half. They're just very aggressive on the defensive end.
Wallace gets it. They swing it around. They go into Fred. Fred has it. Turnaround jumper, and he's going to be partially blocked there by Austin Payne.
And you noticed when he got that, he was double teamed immediately.
Samuelson gets it. Goes to Ledeen. Swings out. Austin Payne, long three. He's going to be long. Brandon the boy tips it out to Satchel McDonald. The boy has it. His three-pointer right side. Back iron doesn't finish. Satchel McDonald picks up the loose ball. Can't finish. And Jared Samuelson knocks it out of Austin Payne's hand. He's blocked. Austin Payne goes up. And it's getting pretty physical underneath as the ball's going to stay with the Battling Bears.
Well, that's a bunch of chances
Yeah.
on the offensive end for the Battling Bears, and mass substitutions.
We got a
now.
line change here on the Saints. That should be illegal in basketball.
You want me to play the organ so we think it's a hockey game? Dun, 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 dun,
10:46 to go, Bruce, here in the ball game. Rocky up by 12, 60-48. (60-48) our score. 10:46 to go here in the ball game. Isaac Martell coming back into the game. He'll come in the next dead ball.
You know, there's a true success story.
Yes.
Isaac Martell. He's played and worked so hard to get
Stuck
to this
with
point
it.
when he's a starter, and what a great guy to have on the team.
Satchel McDonald kicks out Brandon the boy, and we got a whistle and a foul. The basket's going to be wiped off of Brandon the boy's three.
I think they called the block when Satchel McDonald was driving into the key.
And they're discussing whether that basket's going to count. And they are going to count the three-point shot.
Wow. Their coach has got to be unhappy. Now, he should be teed right now. That's, you know, he came out to half court, on the court.
Oh,
That's got to be a technical
You can't do that?
foul.
I did it before.
Yeah, but you guys were beating everybody like 80 times in a row, too.
I got a technical, too. It makes me feel better.
So they get the three-point play.
And the ball back.
Three-pointer and the ball back. This could be big for Rocky Mountain College.
Austin Payne puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down, 63-48 our score, 10:31 to go. Saints come back the other way, going to be a travel. $11 turnovers?
That's it.
All right. Satchel McDonald with it out on top. Rocky set up into this double high post. They get it inside. This is a big mismatch. Satchel McDonald takes advantage of it too. Saints come back the other way, stolen away by Martell. Gets it ahead to Samuelson, to Austin Payne, stolen right back by the Saints. And we're going to come back, and they're going to lose the ball as McCorvey tried to get the lob and put it down, and it'll go out of bounds. Rocky basketball.
13
They
turnovers.
are up by 13.
And only 6 turnovers on the Battling Bears. 1 this half.
Better plug in some power, it says, Bruce. Samuelson with the basketball. Backs McCorvey down, can't finish, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Saints. It'll stay with Rocky. Reagan Sheen coming back in.
17-point lead for the Battling Bears.
That is their biggest.
Remember, this is a team that lost by 15 in Bozeman to Montana State, 83-68. I like presentation. I think they're very, very athletic.
And Clayton Ledeen hits his second three-pointer of the night. It's a 20-point margin, 68-48 with 9:27 to go in the ball game. Fred gets the ball at the high post, kicks it back out, now gets it back, tries to go to work, puts up the 15-footer, bounces around, falls in.
Swish.
As Kuo picks up the basket, and Austin Payne comes back and answers with a free throw line jumper. Austin Payne with 9 points on the evening. Ball out on top, Guidry with it. They go baseline. Lawless back out on top. Guidry puts it up, no good. Rebound, and Fred has it underneath, and we're going to have a whistle underneath. It's going to be a travel call.
Checking in for the Saints,
Got 12 turnovers, Bruce? 14. I must have slept through them last 3. Yeah.
Yeah, they had that rash where there was about 3 in a row.
McDonald goes to Wadeen. Looking inside, nothing there. Back out to Austin Payne. Austin to Satchel. Satchel back to Ladine. 17 on the shot clock. 8:31 on the game clock. Ladine goes underneath, and we got a whistle and a foul as it's going to go against Fred. That'll be his second personal foul. 4 team fouls on the Saints, 5 on the Battling Bears. Rocky basketball underneath their own basket. Satchel McDonald pull the trigger here. McDonald gets it into Austin Payne. Austin on the baseline, kicks out. It's going to be stolen, going the other way for the Saints. And it is up and good. 2 points on the turnover by Guidry. He has 10 points, 70-52, 8:12 to go. Satchel McDonald on the right side, takes it right to the hole. It's good. Satchel McDonald through traffic, picks up 2 more. Satchel with 11 points. Craig Wilmore comes in the next dead ball for the Battling Bears. Fred with it. Lavas on the baseline going against Payne. Lawless goes up, blocked by Austin Payne, taken away there by Satchel McDonald, up to Isaac Martell to Ladine. Ladine steps out, jumps underneath the Reagan Sheen, goes up, he's fouled, he'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
How unselfish was that possession down the court for the Battling Bears? A couple guys had chances to take shots, and they kept getting a better shot. And Reagan Sheen will shoot a couple free throws after making his last 2 attempts at the line.
Reagan 2 for 4 from the line. And he gets his first one to fall. He goes 3 for 6, 5 points on the evening. Craig Wilmore checks into the ball game for Clayton Ladine. Clayton just brings a lot of energy to this ball club, Bruce.
Yeah, very good basketball player. Smart, doesn't take bad shots. You know, the Battling Bear defense, I've mentioned it a lot tonight, but this is a presentation team that came in averaging 95 points a game, and they have 52 right now.
There's 7:36 to go in the ball game. Rocky was 73. They're averaging about 107 or 9.
107.
Saints with the basketball. Rocky almost looks like they're sitting in a 2-3 zone here, Bruce. I believe they are. Shot's going to be put up and bounces around, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Sheen, as he picks up his 3rd foul, team foul number 6 on Rocky. Saints will inbound the basketball. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of the ball game. Nice 14-footer put up, no good. We got a whistle and a foul is going to go against 23, Austin Payne.
Yeah, free throws the rest of the way, as you mentioned, Bob, for presentation. That's about the last thing you want to do. You don't want to put them at the line, the clock stopped, chance to get back in it by shooting free throws.
Lavas at the line, he's 4 for 5, make that 5 of 6.
Averaging 12.2 a game. I think he's, 13 or 15 right now?
8, 10, 5 is 13. Wasn't I went to school? How about you?
You add. You don't even need a calculator.
Misses the second one, and Sheen gets the rebound quickly up the floor to Martell. Back out to Betcher. Betcher finds Martell and can't handle it as Isaac looking at the basket. And that's turnover number 8 on the Battling Bears. 20-point lead, 7:05 to go in the ball game. Saints bring it up. Rocky mixing up their defenses here, playing a little bit of zone here. Coach Drykosen probably figuring this is a good time to practice a few things, as Betcher's going to pick up the rebound, and Martell quickly to out, and it's going to come back around Betcher for 3, and it's going to be in and out, no good. Reagan Sheen gets it. And Sheen foul's going to go against the Saints, against Dees. That'll be their team foul number 6. 6:34 to go in the ball game. Rocky up by 20, 73-53. .634 to go. 73-53. Battling Bears on top of the Saints from Presentation College out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. The North Star Athletic Conference and the NAIA.
Long bus trip home.
Yes, it is. Sheen gets it inside, goes up 4-2. 75-23, 22-point lead for the Battling Bears. Guidry with it. Goes to Coleman. Coleman. Lawless has it, takes it to Sheen, and we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Sheen. That'll be 4 on Reagan Sheen. Lawless will be at the line for the Saints. Very good free throw shooter. 5 of 7 tonight. Typically like a 57% free throw shooter, but done well here tonight.
Yeah, he looks good from the line tonight. Well, his dad was fun to watch. I just can't say enough about how good he was. Quadre Lawless Sr.
Second one is up and good as he goes 7 of 9 from the line tonight for 15 points. 75-55, 6:10 to go in the ball game. Sheen with it out on front, goes to Wilmore. Craig to McDonald. And we're going to have foul number 5 on Reagan Sheen. As Reagan will foul out of the ball game, Betcher will check in, or excuse me, Jared Samuelson checks in.
9th turnover on that offensive foul. You don't want to turn the ball over like that. You want to get good shots.
Guidry will bring it up. Goes far side. Dees with it. Dees with it out on top. They swing it around. Lawless gets it on the baseline. Try to go underneath the Lawless, and they do. It's up and good. Lawless picks up 2 more underneath.
Well, that was a good look inside. Nice pass by the Saints.
Samuelson gets it, kicks it out to McDonald. McDonald with it. Dumps it down to Craig Wilmore in the corner. They work hard, get it into Jared Samuelson. He goes up, it's good. 2 more for Jared Samuelson. Jared with 22 points. I got him on paper tonight.
Came in averaging better than 21 points a game.
So he's right at his average right now, I'd say. Fred's going to hand the ball off. They get it underneath, and Lawless for 2 more.
Well, the Bears' defense has slipped the last couple times down the court. They've got the ball inside for easy baskets.
77-59, 4:54 to go in the ball game. Craig Wilmore with it. Wilmore puts up 3-pointers, going to be good as it rolls around. As Craig Wilmore finds the bottom of the net. It's only his 5th point of the night, Bruce. Below his average tonight, but he's always a threat.
Yeah, he is, and he has worked so hard on becoming a better shooter.
And Fred is going to take it to the hole for the Saints as Jared Samuelson picks up his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 10 on the Battling Bears.
2 the rest of the way now from the line.
Cool at the line. His first trip there tonight. And gets the first one to fall. Whoops, that's the wrong line, Bob.
Brandon the Boyd back in.
Second one's going to be off. Rebound Samuelson. Satchel McDonald with it. 4:26 to go. The boy goes to Samuelson. Underneath to Wilmore. Out to Satchel McDonald. Dumped underneath. And it's blocked inside by Fred as Danny Betcher tried to put her up. Saints come back the other way. They kick it outside. Fred with it on top. Goes far side. McCorvey. Back out on top. Dees. Shot's going to be put up. It's good. 3-pointer by Guidry. Grant Wallace set to come in. Clayton Ledeen going to come in as well. Satchel McDonald with it. Looks inside. Nothing there. Now they get it into Jared. Jared a bit of a mismatch there. And he's going to be fouled.
Grant Wallace will check back in. He had a nice little first half, made a couple jumpers.
And Ledeen comes in as well. And Jared's going to be long on that one. Jared struggling from the free throw line here from what he usually shoots very well. And the Saints take it to the hole, no good there by Guidry. And Samuelson comes down with the board, goes to Ledeen. Ledeen with it to Samuelson. Samuelson has it back to Ledeen. Ledeen 3-pointer, it's good. Bottom of the net as Clayton Ledeen hits his 3rd 3-pointer of the night. He has 13 points on the evening.
Yeah, these are possessions that the Battling Bears want to take some time off the clock and get a good shot, and they did there with Ledeen.
Saints put it up, and that's McCorvey with the 3-pointer right back at you. 83-66 our score. 2:56 to go in the ball game. Timeout on the floor. Yes, Bruce, games next week. The men will play on Tuesday night, the 19th, against MSUB, and then the women will have a home game on Wednesday night, that against Yellowstone Christian. Bears with the basketball. Wilmore with it. Wilmore, the boy. Brandon puts up the baseline jumper's good. Brandon, the boy, picks up a 2-pointer on the baseline.
Yeah, big shot kind of stops the run by Presentation.
Fred has it out on top. They get it dumped underneath, and the three-point shot's going to be up. No good. Rebound comes down to Ladine. They kick it out to Wilmore. Brandon the boy takes it to the hole. Nothing there. Brings it back out. Goes to Grant Wallace. Now Ladine dumps it out to the boy. And Clayton Ladine's going to be whistled for a charge. And that'll be the fourth foul on Clayton. Austin Payne comes in for Jared Samuelson. 10 turnovers on the Battling Bears here in the ball game. Dees will bring it up, kicks it back over to McCorvey. That's golf, isn't it? McCorvey's going to put it up, corner shot, no good. Rebound underneath Dees, and it's going to be dumped out to Ladine. Ladine brings it back up the floor quickly as the boy, and Brandon hits the three-pointer. And we'll watch that one on the replay as Brandon the boy gets one in transition. And we thought I heard a whistle. I guess we did not. Saints continue play here. And the shot is going to be up and good by Coleman, as Coleman picks up his 6-10, 12th point of the evening. Satchel McDonald set to come back in for the Battling Bears. 88-68, 1:17 to go in the ball game. Craig Wilmore with it, out to Wallace. Grant with it, now hands off to Ladine. 1:07 to go. Brandon the boy with it, kicks it back, and it's going to be stolen away, and the Saints come back the other way, and that is going to be Coleman picking up an easy two in transition. Under a minute to go in the ball game. 88-70, Rocky on top. Brandon the boy with it. Brandon's going to pull up, hit a deep three-pointer. It's good. Brandon the boy, about 6 feet behind the line, hits another three-pointer, his third of the night. 39 seconds to go in the ball game. Rocky on top, 91-70. Their biggest lead was 22 points. Brandon the boy comes back the other way. Looks, Ladine. Austin Payne goes up, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, Brandon the boy, the last 2 times down the court getting three-pointers. Kind of puts a dagger in you when you're trying to make a comeback. Austin Payne to shoot a couple free throws.
His first trip to the line tonight, Bruce. Gets the first one to fall. 100% free throw shooter on the year, and he's right up there as he makes go 2 for 2. 93-70. Rocky on top. They're going to get a win here, big win against a quality team in Presentation College out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. Lawless takes up the runner, and we're going to have a goaltending on Craig Wilmore. I guess I don't give him the points, do I?
You don't see that very often. Boy, Wilmore can really jump, though. Craig out of Daytona Beach, Florida.
Hey, he jumped all the way up here to Billings, Montana. That's quite a leap.
He probably woke up the other morning when there's snow on the ground thinking Daytona.
I don't know about this time, but I can just about remember some of his statements the first time he saw snow. And that's going to end our ball game as the Battling Bears are going to get the win here tonight. And the score of 93-72 over Presentation College out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. A great win for Coach Drykosen and this men's team tonight against, as I said, a very quality program. We'll take a minute or two here, get our stats, get them to you, and wrap us up for tonight. And we're back here. We're stats to wrap us up for the night. First of all, for Presentation College, it was Lawless leading the way with 24 points on the night. A nice night for that young man. Dees with 5 points. Cool with 5 points. McCorvey with 11 points. Gidry with 13 points. Coleman with 12 points. And Mayer with 2 points. They had 17 turnovers on the night. 31 rebounds, 9 offensive, 22 defensive boards. They shot 51% from the floor, 26% from the three-point line, and 68% from the charity stripe as they went from the charity stripe. I was going to see here, they were 15 of 22. For the Batman Bears, it was Betcher with 6 points, Samuelson with 20, Ledeen had 13 points, Martell with 2, Wilmore with 5, the boy with 15, Wallace with 3, McDonald with 11, Payne with 11, and Sheen with 7 points. So everybody scored for the Batman Bears here tonight, Bruce. That's nice to see that happen, as they had 11 turnovers, 36 rebounds, 15 offensive, 21 defensive boards. They shot 53% from the floor, 43% from the three-point line, and 60% from the charity stripe. 47 bench points for Rocky tonight to 14 for the Saints. 32 points in the paint for Rocky, 28 for the Saints, and points off of turnovers, 27 for the Bears, 13 for the Saints. Great game for Rocky tonight. I think it's a huge win against a quality team here for Coach Drykosen and the Batman Bears in a preparation for that big game coming up next Tuesday night. We'll have that right here for you as they take on crosstown rival. Should I say it?
That's right.
Eastern Montana College.
Yeah, there you go.
MSUB. I had to say that for Bruce.
Yeah,
for Bob Ritterod, Bruce Parker. Bruce, thanks for helping me out again.
Enjoyed it, Bob. It was a lot of fun and good effort for the Batman Bears.
Oh, there goes Lisa. She's going to do a somersault out there on the floor. I should have had that on video. Until Tuesday night, have a great Batman Bear week.